Okay, my wife is starting this garden with dahlias, so that'll look pretty nice in late summer, autumn. She's putting box plants around the edges, as you can see here, which she'd grown in this pot, and she's gone all around the edges with those. It's quite nice. However, one nice thing is her first crop is this. Yes, it's a locking crescent she found in the garden. Rusted up. It gives me a perfect opportunity to do a recycle on that, like I've got going on in here with this giant hinge. I'm just spraying stuff all over me. So what's in here is hydrochloric acid. People do these things with vinegar and all the rest of it, but I go straight to hydrochloric acid. Much more effective. You can buy it anywhere as spirits of salts, so it's really easy to get. So I'm going to grind up that hinge today, clean it up a bit more, maybe give it another soak, and then I can put the locking pliers in there. How much fun is this going to be? Okay, these are the pliers I'm going to deal with. Let's just check this acid. Still foaming with baking soda quite a bit, so it's still strongly acid in here. So I'm just going to reach in and grab out the hinge, have some water going. This acid is spirits of salt, hydrochloric acid 33%. So I just put a big slug in it there before. So I'm just going to put this back in to this dirty old acid, dilute acid, as a first clean for it. I think the action of the acid is not on the rust actually, but it penetrates it and hits the metal below, at which point the rust falls off. Hydrochloric acid certainly doesn't affect ferrous or ferric oxide, so I think that's probably the action of how it works. This bit here is quite rusted out, so we'll see. And I won't be able to undo these because they're like rivets. We'll see. So I'll just put it into this stuff for a while. Give it a little stir. We will see what we will see. Okay, these two are out of the acid bath now. Cleaned them up quite a lot. The locking pliers look quite sharp. A lot of work to do though, because they're still frozen up. Looks like they were blue paint at some stage. I'm quite interested to see if I can find a brand somewhere. Decent sized locking pliers. Quite ironic because I just bought a set of 3 locking pliers a week ago. Some cheap Chinese things. It says it's Stanley, but I don't know. This thing, this big gate hinge, is all free and loose. That's good. I might have made a fundamental chemistry error with it though, where it was galvanized. So galvanizing is zinc, and the acid would have attacked the zinc straight away. We'll see when it dries up. Anyway, they're old. Nice and loose. I'll put it to use somewhere. Okay, I've dried these things off. I put some penetrating spray this one, 556, onto the locking spanner, and I'll try to free that up. This hinge is pretty rusty, so I'm going to put an anti-corrosive treatment on that, just as is. Lots of you would have used this, so I'm just going to coat that, and in a little while it'll go black. And this is how the restoration of the locking pliers turned out. It's very good. I'm very pleased with it. Everything works. I've got a new spring inside the mechanism there, which moves the head out. I'm very pleased, and I'm going to leave it like that because it looks cool, and it works, and it looks as old as it is. Quality metal, so I'm going to leave it alone. And it's a nice companion to my 4 other locking pliers. These 3 at the bottom I bought recently, Stanley ones, and this is a bigger one again, and it's got jaws that are round, whereas I chose square jaws on the other ones, so it couldn't be more perfect. That's a little toy one I bought, so I'm going to leave it alone. My other innovation, the hinge, has had the anti-corrosive treatment on it, turn it black, and seems to work all pretty well. Here's the hinge, just painted with a bit of spray silver paint, nothing special. It's good for me. It's got years of life if I find a use for it, and it looks smart, and it's vintage, and I saved it from a certain death of rust. Put some big oil into the hinge area, and it's good. Like I said, just got to find a use now. Fantastic and good fun.